My name's Steve.
And the third song,
This is my daughter Haley.
The third song is
Yeah.
But what if I told you one belieber never gave up? In fact, she was there the whole time, lurking in the shadows, using her famous friends and dad's Hollywood connections to turn her 13-year-old dream into reality.
Hailey Bieber is a mean girl. A Justin Bieber stealing, outfit repeating, baby trapping, wannabe Selena Gomez without so much as one original thought inside of her head, who is now obsessed with copying Sabrina Carpenter. At least, that is what the viral Hailey Bieber 7-part series wants us to believe. And for pretty much as long as I can remember, there has always been extremely negative narratives surrounding Hailey Baldwin / Hailey Bieber. But when I watched this Hailey Bieber 7-part docu-series on TikTok about how she allegedly stalked Justin and tricked him into marrying her while dressing like Selena Gomez, I thought, okay, this is disturbing, but this is the most invested that I have ever been into a deep dive topic. Like, this is insane. This person is a psychopath. But then I noticed this picture. There's something wrong with this picture. And then I thought, what if, bear with me, what if this entire Hailey Bieber 7-part series that has amassed hundreds of millions of views, that every YouTuber, every podcaster, every drama channel, every T-page, every Shizmosa page has been talking about for the last 2 weeks or longer. The documentary that sparked a massive I hate Hailey Bieber movement across the whole internet, so much so that she is now suing Internet Oddities, the person who made it, is fake. Hi y'all, it's Maria Liana and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about pop culture, trending topics, and social media scandals. And today I'm going to be talking about all three. I'm missing a nail again. I do them myself, so like what? You don't expect much because I do them myself. Timu nails. So today we are going to be talking about the Hailey Bieber 7-part series on TikTok. What is it? Who made it? What is it alleging? And then I'm going to be analyzing every single point in this entire documentary series, or at least like 90% of the points. Like, to be honest, I don't have like that much time, enough to consider and like kind of prove whether or not this is actually like fake or real. To be honest, a documentary should never have any aspect of fakeness, made-upness, exaggeration, false claims. A documentary is supposed to be documenting real life. If any sort of documentary is a mix of fake and true, it's not a documentary. It's just misinformation. We're also going to be assessing these new allegations of how Hailey Bieber is supposedly copying and obsessed with Sabrina Carpenter now. And it's no longer Selena Gomez, it's Sabrina now. And honestly, I get it. Finding your signature aesthetic isn't always easy. But if there's one thing that you should always make your own, it's your signature scent. And that's why I love Scentbird, because it helps you experiment with fragrances every month until you find the one that's unique for you. Scentbird is a fragrance subscription service that lets you try on new designer and niche scents every month without the full-size price tag though. Instead of spending $300 on a single bottle. Why would you do that? My favorite scents that I got this month are Mango Skin by Villain Parfumerie and 5 Scents by Twin Flame. Mango Skin is perfect for daytime. It literally smells like a tropical mango smoothie, but with notes of jasmine, vanilla, and pink sugar. It's super sweet, feminine, and it's workplace friendly because it's not super overpowering despite it being so good. 5 Scents is definitely one of my new go-tos. It smells like fresh cucumber and mint, kind of like a mojito, but it has notes of cardamom and white musk. Quick tip, make sure you spray your perfume on your wrist and also the back of your ear to make it last the longest possible. What I love most about Scentbird is the flexibility. You get to try new scents every month without committing to a full bottle, and with over 900 options, including brands like Prada, Versace, and a bunch of other brands that y'all probably know, you will always find something new to love. Plus, the protective packaging makes it perfect for travel. If y'all want to up your fragrance game, scan my QR code or use my code MARI, M-A-R-I, for 55% off your first month. That means that y'all get your first fragrance for only $8. Again, that's MARI, M-A-R-I, for 55% off. I'm going to bring you all the facts, all the evidence, all the receipts. So get comfy, grab a snack, because we might be here a while. But first, this is a new YouTube channel, so if you could boop the like button, it would help my channel immensely and help me grow. And if you like videos like this, then please subscribe, because I post new videos just like this one every Friday and Saturday morning. Also, I want to be really clear. This video is not trying to bash anybody. I'm not trying to pick sides. I am not Team Hailey. I'm not Team Selena. I'm not Team Justin. I'm not Team nobody. These are their own people. Let these people be. They are people too. I'm not going to hop on no bandwagon of nobody. I'm not on a band. I don't believe in bandwagons. Okay. I just want to discuss the video and get to the bottom of things. That's my only interest. All right. So what is the Hailey Bieber 7-part series? First of all, the original creator of the 7-part series is actually Internet Oddities. It's a YouTube channel, and it's two YouTube videos. I don't know, I haven't slept in a while. It's 2 YouTube videos. The first one titled Hailey Bieber's Dangerous Decade-Long Obsession, posted 7 months ago, and Hailey Bieber's New Obsession, Sabrina Carpenter, posted 3 months ago. So about 3 weeks ago, someone, I don't know who, no one knows who, just literally stole these YouTube videos, chopped them up into 7 parts, and posted them on TikTok. There has been a lot of accounts that have then reposted the 7-part series, but I think the original person who stole it and posted it either got a cease and desist and had to remove it, or just got maybe copyrighted, or their account was banned or something for spreading hate, spreading misinformation. But the original 7-part series that was uploaded to TikTok was stolen. If you want to support the actual creator, the videos are on YouTube, again, Internet Oddities. But that is why when you hear people refer to it as a 7-part series, they're talking about the re-upload to TikTok that has nothing to do with the creator. Internet Oddities gained almost 150,000 subs in the last 2 years, and they cover major celebrity scandals, downfalls, dark sides, those channels that are the downfall of Justin Bieber, the dark side of the internet. Those ones where it's iceberg videos, but it's really well done. Y'all, I love Internet Oddities. I love them. Which makes me really sad because I have to make this video today. They are really good at storytelling, which is a red flag that you want to look out for. Don't trust anyone who's really good at storytelling, because that means that they also might be really good at lying. And I'm not gonna lie, I binged all of their videos. I've watched every single one twice. I love them. They're such a good storytelling channel. Who are they? No one knows. They are an anonymous person. Their identity, it could be one person. It could be a corporation like Spill the Tea or Spilly was. It could be some kid in his basement, literally just using an AI chatbot with a fake voice. But we don't know. We have no idea who this person is. They have only been on the internet for 2 years. They have never discussed their identity. So in order to understand the significance of this 7-part series, I have to give you a very, very brief preface of Jelena, otherwise known as Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber's relationship in the early 2010s. So if you Google how long did Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber date for, Google is going to tell you 8 years. This is incorrect. Jelena officially dated from 2010 to 2014. From 2014 to 2017, they tried to rekindle their relationship, but it ended up being extremely messy and frankly quite toxic. But they both accused each other of cheating, aired each other out on national television, talked about each other in interviews, did things and dated people to make each other jealous, and frequently fought each other in the Instagram comment sections for each other's fans to see, and then attack. Now, in 2018, there is a lot of speculation as to whether or not they were kind of trying to see each other again right before Justin got married to Hailey Baldwin, because in September of 2018, that is when Hailey Baldwin kind of swooped in and they ended up getting married after maybe 7 months of dating. Honestly, their relationship is really messy. It's really long. It's really insane. So many people get dragged into it. It is the epitome of the 2010s, 2010 lore. So comment below if you want me to do a deep dive on Jelena, because I would love to. I totally can. But regardless of all this, Jelena fans are tied to the nostalgia of Justin Bieber and Selena Gomez, and people usually say that they feel happy whenever Jelena is mentioned, or whenever there's any sort of sign of them rekindling their relationship. So because of this nostalgia, Jelena fans get very defensive about this non-existent relationship. And Jelena fans have a history of attacking any girl that comes into Justin Bieber's life. Not just someone that he's officially dating, but even in the past, girls that have been featured on his Instagram or girls that he has been rumored to be involved with have been attacked by Jelena fans and girls with the Bieber fever. A really good example of this is Sofia Richie. Sofia Richie was dating Justin Bieber for a very short period of time and got absolutely flamed by all the Jelena fans. Madison Beer also flamed. And Hailey, when she started seeing Justin Bieber in 2016, became a huge victim to that. So Hailey and Justin were actually together twice. The first time was in 2016. They were in an extra long talking stage where they were like, I don't know, they said that they were like in love or something for like a year, but they were not exclusive. So they were seeing other people while they were like seeing each other and kissing each other and posting each other and being all like cuddle, lovey. But then they would like go off and do their own thing. Like they would like hook up with people and they would kiss other people. But I don't know, it's like really toxic. Like, you know those ones? I feel like everyone has had like a really toxic talking stage like that. And the second time was in March of 2018, getting married 7 months later in September. So to recap. So we're on the same page here. Justin was dating Selena, then started seeing Hailey, then ended things with Hailey, tried to rekindle with Selena, got dumped by Selena, and then started seeing Hailey, and then married Hailey in 2018, and now they have been married for almost 7 years. All right, now let's talk about the 7-part series, the reason we're all here today. The first section I'm going to talk about is how Hailey met Justin. Okay, so the docuseries said that Hailey met Justin when Hailey's dad, Stephen Baldwin, who is an actor in Hollywood, Alec Baldwin's brother, when he took her backstage at the Today Show to meet Justin after his performance. They also said this line.
However, this wouldn't be the only time Hailey was around Justin before he really knew who she was.
And then they showed a clip of Hailey lurking in the background for one of Justin's performances and said,
Hailey would also appear at Justin's Toyota concert series performance in Rockefeller Plaza.
So I'm just going to make it be known. This was the same performance. This was the same day. This photo that they're showing of her lurking in the background, that was at the Today Show. The Toyota concert was the Today Show. The Today Show was featuring the Toyota concert. Justin was performing at the Toyota concert, which was being filmed for the Today Show. So they literally just said the same day twice. Like, look, he has the same clothes on. Look, scarf, black jacket. Scarf, black jacket. So that is not the best way that you want to start off a documentary. What the documentary also purposely cut out is the rest of this clip. So as you can see, Stephen Baldwin takes Hailey backstage to meet Justin Bieber and says, "This is my daughter Hailey," and then the clip ends. If they had played the full clip, and I know that they know the whole clip because you have to watch the whole clip to be able to garner this bit of a clip, Justin Bieber literally stops Stephen Baldwin and said, "Hey, I know you, we've met before," and then proceeds to recite a story of when Justin Bieber has met Stephen Baldwin before in an airport.
We've been enjoying your music.
Thank you. I think I met you briefly at the airport, Detroit airport.
Oh yeah?
You were like, you said randomly that you like my
He met you when you first started out.
Wow, that's
with
awesome,
your wife, and
man.
you were like, "Are you shooting a movie in Detroit?"
I could have been, man. Absolutely. Hey, man, what's your name?
Ryan, man, nice to meet you.
Hey, Steve Baldwin.
Justin Bieber knew Stephen Baldwin before this event. Also, a really key important piece of this story, Hailey's mom actually invited the Biebers over for dinner after the performance, and the Biebers came to their house and they became very close family friends. They actually talked about this twice on live, and when they were interviewed on national television, they recited the story of how their families became friends after the Today Show.
Justin was performing at the Today Show, and the way it actually went is that when my uncle was still shooting the TV show 30 Rock, we went and his mom and my dad connected, and we kind of just...
We went bowling.
We invited them over for dinner, and
We had lasagna.
Justin said that they even had lasagna and went bowling, and here are the photos of them going bowling in 2009 because their families were friends. Their families were friends from the jump. Justin Bieber always knew Hailey Baldwin. She didn't stalk him. He knew exactly who she was. They had lasagna together. So right off the bat, Internet Oddities, this is not a good start for y'all. Y'all are not looking good. And I'm only at 2 minutes. They go on to say that she stalked him to his movie premiere in Los Angeles at the purple carpet and stood on the sidelines staring at him. The movie premiere was not in Los Angeles, first of all. Yes, he had one in Los Angeles, but this one that she went to was not in Los Angeles. This footage is not from Los Angeles. This is the New York premiere of the 3D version of the Never Say Never movie. And I know this thanks to Getty Images. I'm so happy that he wore a different outfit here with a different hairstyle, because that purple bow tie gives the whole thing away. That purple bow tie, The hairstyle says it all. This was in New York. It was not in Los Angeles. She did not go to Los Angeles. She didn't fly there. This movie premiere was also 2 full years after the Today Show. This was in 2011. So no, it wasn't just, oh, she met him at the Today Show and then the next day stalked him to his movie premiere. This was 2 years later. And also, to get behind the red carpet, you have to be invited. You can't just stand there. You can't just like break into the red carpet and stand 5 feet from Justin Bieber. You have to be invited. So it's not like she didn't just hop the fence and stare at him. She's not a crazed fan. She was on the guest list. She was invited probably by Justin Bieber's family. And this is her hometown. This is New York City. She lives in New York. So she wouldn't have got very much out of her way to go to this. I hate to break it to y'all, but this photo of her holding up the magazine is entirely false. She was holding up the magazine because of Cody Simpson, the only face on the magazine that this docuseries purposely crops out, because if you look at the whole picture and even this close-up photo of the magazine itself, you can see that Cody Simpson is right here on the bottom of it. Hailey was actually, at that time, best friends with Kylie and Kendall Jenner, Jaden Smith, and Cody Simpson. She was invited to the premiere, and she was swarmed by people who were interviewing her, asking her what it was like to work with Cody Simpson because they were best friends, and she had just been featured in his new music video. And if this clip wasn't muted, you could hear Hailey being interviewed about her involvement with Cody Simpson, not Justin Bieber.
Oh, hey Hailey. We are so excited when we caught you in the music video for Cody Simpson's On My Mind. So we're wondering, how did that come about? Are you guys friends or?
Also, y'all, they asked her to hold up a magazine. They handed her the magazine. Nobody just shows up to a movie theater or a movie premiere, for that matter, with a magazine in your hand. So in this specific part, the docu-series tells a story about how Justin and Selena went on a sushi date, and Hailey was following them and lurking in the background and keeping tabs on them. First of all, this clip is altered, flipped, and cropped. This is a clip from Hollywood Fix. I love the Hollywood Fix. He has some of the best clips. He has been doing his job for literally decades, y'all. The Hollywood Fix is just, actually, it's surprisingly just one man with a camera, but he has some of the best clips, the world's best tabloid clips that you'll ever see in your life. Second of all, this was not even the same day. How do I know that this wasn't the same day? Because Justin and Selena's sushi date took place in California, as per the exact article that Internet Oddities / the docuseries mentions. This clip was taken in New York. You can see that it was taken in New York on the Hollywood Fix's YouTube channel. And I'm pretty sure that's why they altered the clip and cropped the name out, because they knew if you searched up the Hollywood Fix, you could see in the description that it said it was shot in New York. He's wearing the same jacket, yeah, a red jacket and a white shirt. But it's very clear that the docuseries specifically takes advantage of that, knowing that he's wearing the same jacket, so they're creating a narrative. Now, why was Hailey at the same hotel Justin was at? Who knows? That is a little sus. That's a little sus. But they did know each other, and that's the important part. They did know each other for quite a few years now. They were family friends, so it's not that far off to think, okay, maybe they were hanging out, maybe they got food, maybe they got coffee, maybe she really was trying to bump into him at a bunch of restaurants and places that he goes to because she lives in New York and it's easy for her to just walk over there and bump into him. But she was not following them around on their sushi date, and that is what's important. So now let's talk about the allegation that Hailey Bieber was DMing fan accounts to keep tabs on where Justin Bieber was around the city and where he was staying, particularly the fan account that the docuseries mentions. We don't know the name of the fan account, she never mentions it, but we know that her name is Dana. So while Dana does show actual screenshots of Hailey messaging them, she mentions that the message where she asked where Justin was staying at was deleted.
Oh, Young says, it's something we were talking about with Harry Styles, blah, blah, blah. She said, 5/16/2012. I'm so confused. When does Justin's tour start? I said, we're all confused. When he said next week, I think he's releasing dates next week, and I'm almost 100% positive it will be a fall-winter tour that will go into 2013. She said, right, that's what I thought. I was like, tour as in concerts? Haha, I was so confused. Of course she's asking me. I'm one of his biggest fucking fans. So she wanted to know, and we were friends, okay? Which you could see between the millions of tweets between us. And the fact fact that she follows me on Twitter, which probably after this, maybe not. Here you're gonna see where I wrote Satai 5th Ave. The DM that was right above that she sent to me is gone because she unsent it right away. And if I went back to my MacBook from fucking 2013, maybe I could find that, because above that, and you're gonna have to take my word for this one because I don't have it, but she said, "What hotel is Justin staying at? Kylie and I want to know."
So this I actually do believe to be true. Number one is because the first message in this screenshot that she shows was dated in 2012. The following message after that was dated in 2013. And it's like literally out of the blue, like Satai 5th Ave. I mean, what other reason could she have like gone out of her way to DM Hailey a year later, Satai 5th Ave, with no instigation from Hailey's part? Like, it makes more sense if Hailey would have messaged her and then she replied and then Hailey unsent her original message. So upon my research, because I wanted to fact check to see if Justin actually was staying at Satai 5th Ave on February 5th, 2013. I sound like such a stalker. No one's ever gonna want to date me. What I don't get is why she said it was a random hotel, because I found plenty of articles that stated that Justin was actually a frequent stayer at the Satai 5th Avenue, New York, as you can see by all these news articles, as well as the paparazzi photos and even this paparazzi video that shows Justin Bieber pulling out of the garage from Satai 5th Ave and heading to SNL. Opinion, here's my opinion. No one asked for it, here's my opinion. I don't think it was for Hailey. Notice how she said, "Me and Kylie want to know." I don't think that it was Hailey that was trying to bump into him. I think that at this period, it was Kylie, because not 1 year later did Selena and Justin break up in 2014. And the reason why they broke up allegedly is because they had this massive fight at Coachella over Selena finding out that Justin Bieber was flirting with Kylie and had photos of Kylie on his phone. Not to mention that Justin became suddenly really close with the Jenner sisters after this. So the biggest and most shocking thing in this whole docuseries is how much evidence they bring to the table that Hailey has been copying Selena Gomez for years. So first of all, if you really examine each one of these photos, none of them are even similar to each other. In fact, some of them actually are purposely cropped to make the outfits look more similar or even have the dates wrong. So the black tank top, for example, this one is not even a photo, y'all. This is a screenshot of a video posted to Rhode's beauty account, and yes, this was posted after Selena's, but the real dates are actually the 5th and the 13th, not the 4th and the 14th, which is actually worse because that's less time than Internet Oddities said it took for her to copy Selena. But Hailey used this gesture all the time, y'all, and she actually was the first to pose using it in a black tank top as of June 2022. I can't believe anybody actually cares about this. Although I do think that it is a bit sus that she posted this 7 days after Selena, but I'm not totally convinced that she did it because Selena did it, because this is a really popular pose and a lot of like off-duty model type, Instagram model type were using this pose in their Get Ready With Me's, like the clean girls, a lot of people did that. But there's nothing to copy because it's literally a black tank top and someone going like this. The pink dresses, for example, when you uncrop the photos, look absolutely nothing alike and are years apart, not to mention clearly curated by a celebrity stylist, because celebrities of that level don't just dress themselves when they go to red carpet events like the Oscars or the Emmys. It's also important to note that Hailey Bieber had a stylist named Maeve something. It was like Style With Me Maeve. And this was an award-winning celebrity stylist who specialized in streetwear style and also worked with big names like Kendall Jenner. Around this time, like, you saw a lot of like those off-duty model looks, like the white tank top, the no bra, the little tiny gold earrings. Like, that was all pretty much this girl's doing, Maeve. All these celebrities that kind of run in the same circle together, you're bound to have some crossovers with the types of outfits that they wear and like the selected pieces. In fact, a lot of selected pieces like this, for example, like, I don't fully know if this is, but like this is just an example, like these like earrings like this. I just said like 20 times in 3 seconds. I'm tweaking out. But earrings like this that look to be very expensive are normally borrowed. Like, if y'all ever seen that movie, Ocean's 11 with Rihanna, they borrow the necklace to wear. They don't buy the necklace. So big celebrity events like this, or even just like going out and taking photos and having like yourself be photographed by paparazzi, a lot of that clothes is borrowed. The docuseries also states that Hailey Bieber copied Selena's G tattoo behind her ear, mainly because it's the same font and it's the exact same placement. Well, slightly. It's like very slightly different. Maybe that is a little sus. To be honest, I think that's a little sus. But the documentary also doesn't mention that there is meaning behind Hailey's tattoo. So the G tattoo was like a movement, and it was because of like this very famous church that Justin Bieber goes to the pastor in that church, her daughter had a very rare type of brain disease. So it wasn't just Hailey that got the G. Like, her daughter's name started with a G. I forget what it was. I think it was Jordana or something. I don't know. Don't take my word for it. It wasn't just Hailey that got the G tattoo. It was actually like most celebrities and most people that went to this church. Justin Bieber also got the G tattoo, and a couple other big names got the G tattoo. They just got like, they didn't get like the exact font that Hailey did. They got like their own font, but they all got tattoos of G's in honor of the pastor's daughter. What the documentary also doesn't bring up is that Hailey had a little star tattoo on her finger, which Selena then got tattooed after. And this is also just as sus. So I don't know if like she like copied the G in retaliation to Selena copying the star on her finger, but something's going on here. Like there's like definitely something in the water so we don't know about.
Narrating my life for me.
Yes.
So why don't I put something out that is my side of the story?
I was able to tell my story about who I was from my own mouth instead of people from the outside being able to tell my story for me.
That was one of the moments where I was like, I don't have to be that 19-year-old body shape anymore because I'm not.
I think I'm learning is I'm not 19 anymore. I'm 24 now. I feel like my body has changed the most even this last year.
What do you wish more people knew about you?
My heart.
I wish people just knew my heart.
Copying Selena's interview clips, honestly, that one had me. That one had me, I'm not gonna lie. That one is creepy. But if you watch the entire interviews though, like, or not even the whole interviews, but even just like the one section that they're talking about, they are entirely different conversations. The my story thing, like that's a really common thing that I've heard people say. You go to the store and you see anyone's book, any mementos, like any celebrity that's ever written a memoir or like a book about themselves, like I guarantee you'll see that sentence, like I just wanted to tell my story. Anyone who's ever been on Ellen, I just wanted to tell my story. One specific clip though, like in the docuseries, is the My Heart clip. So the docuseries says that the My Heart clip was extremely hard to find.
This last Selena Gomez interview where she talks about her heart isn't even easy to find. At the time of this recording, only has 2,870 views and is seemingly only hosted on a Portuguese Selena Gomez fan account. She would have had to have been far down the Selena interview rabbit hole, as this clip was hard to find even knowing what to search for.
So how did you find it? Cause it kind of almost seems like they like start with Hailey Bieber's clip and then they like deep dive to specifically find like clips of Selena saying something similar to what Hailey has said. Like it's like they're selectively researching for like confirmation bias, you know what I mean? The last thing in this episode that I want to talk about is the bullying allegations at the Rare release party. The docuseries states that Selena Gomez had an album release party at a restaurant called Craig's in West Hollywood.
Despite not being invited, by making sure to arrive there before it started and staying long enough to overlap with the event. According to tweets from the evening of the party, once Selena arrived, the restaurant started playing her music, and that didn't sit right with Hailey. Hailey's stylist, Maeve, asked a waitress to play the song Yummy by Justin Bieber, and when that request wasn't fulfilled, Hailey and her table allegedly started yelling Justin's name.
To prove this point, they show us a screenshot of a tweet that was taken 10 years ago with the name blacked out. It's funny how this documentary literally makes a mention directly of her stylist, but then fails to acknowledge that she uses one. So we don't get this very often, but the person who actually posted the screenshot of the tweet and blacked the name out actually made her own YouTube video discussing this. So Scandalous Media came out and said, "This is my screenshot, and this Twitter user was a moron."
What if I told you that the screenshots cited in that documentary were mine, taken by me, and posted on my blog in January 2020? I'm the one who blacked out the username because it was an unhinged fan with the username 2020 predictions trying to go viral by predicting the breakup between Justin and Hailey.
So yeah, there you have it. Debunked. Another thing that never happened in this documentary. This documentary's not looking good. Not looking good. You're 0 for 8 at this point. Also, I highly doubt that somebody with a award-winning career would be sitting at some restaurant in public screaming Justin Bieber's name at the top of her lungs. I just don't think that she would like be doing that, you know? I feel like she's got better things to do. All right, moving on to episode 2. One quick thing that I want to touch on, really quick thing. The fact that the documentary states that Hailey molds her entire personality after whoever she feels threatened by that week. But paparazzi call celebrities the wrong name all the time.
You look pretty, Kamala.
Sir?
especially if they aren't actually familiar and they don't keep up with all the Instagram models and the houses and the hype houses. Like, there's so many celebrities these days, you know what I mean? There's so many. And like I said before, Hailey and Kendall share a stylist, so they're bound to look alike. I feel like Kendall Jenner and like Hailey Bieber and the Hadid sisters all kind of wear like the same thing. Like, especially like in that time frame, they all kind of wear the same like model-esque, model off-duty clothing. So now let's talk about Hailey Bieber using a Justin Bieber stunt double.
Some fans allege that Hailey has started hiring a Justin Bieber lookalike so she can be photographed by paparazzi with Justin. The theory first started to spread after Hailey made the cover of W magazine and took part in a lengthy interview focusing on her pregnancy. There is a man alongside Hailey in these photos who looks a lot like Justin.
So the impersonator that this video alleges is Dylan Desclose. I thought about messaging him and then I was like, I don't really have time for that, and also like that's embarrassing if he doesn't reply, because I didn't want to like tell him I was making a YouTube video with him in it, because what if he's like no? Like, I don't want him to say no, because then I can't put him in at all. So Dylan Desclose is a very small account on Instagram, but has a very big like real world following, because he actually tours the world doing Justin Bieber impersonator concerts. He also makes his own music. To date, he has not publicly said anything about being hired by Hailey, so he neither confirms nor denies these rumors. So the first photo shoot in the docuseries that they mention is the maternity shoot for W magazine that's missing Justin, but somehow includes a man that resembles Justin. And for some reason, that's like a big scandal. First of all, it was just a male model, calm down. Second of all, this whole W article thing was about Hailey Bieber as a woman. It was about her experience with pregnancy, marriage, her business, road. Like, it was just an interview for Hailey about Hailey. It wasn't about Justin, and it wasn't about their relationship. So a lot of the time I can see like having Justin in the picture would take away from like getting more deep and personal and up close with Hailey. And also Justin doesn't really normally like things like this. Even with him not normally liking photo shoots, he actually still did a high fashion photo shoot. He already did a high fashion maternity shoot in Hawaii the day they renewed their vows. It was shot by Justin and debuted on his Instagram page, as you can clearly see here. So he probably likely, if he was asked to do this with W magazine, he probably said no, because they already just did a huge romantic maternity shoot and he already posted it. So, you know, what does he have to gain from doing yet another photo shoot that's going to take up the entire day that he doesn't even really like, because he's not really into that stuff in the first place? I mean, like, you know, not to be dramatic here, but just like take a step back. Like, the man's been married to her for almost a full decade. Like, it's not that deep if he doesn't want to do another photo shoot with her. I just kind of, I don't know. I know everyone has their opinion. Honestly, I kind of just think it's not that deep. He's not like handcuffed to the table, you know, like he can divorce her and leave if he doesn't want to be with her. If he was unhappy, I think that he would probably just leave, to be honest. Like, I think that it's mostly just speculation, especially from docuseries like this, because some of the clips that the docuseries says is like abusive behavior or behavior that shows that Justin Bieber has checked out of the relationship.
And from the outside, it does seem like Hailey is more invested in him than he is in her.
Babe, I can't, don't touch me right now.
First of all, this clip is clipped. If y'all watch the whole clip, he's not saying, babe, don't touch me. He's saying that they have communication in their relationship, and that communication is very present, and that sometimes when he has bad days, then he'll tell Hailey, babe, don't touch me, I just can't do it right now.
Chloe Gallons said, do you find you get in each other's way being around each other 24/7 in lockdown? Do you value each other's space, or are you together all day?
When you're first married, you don't want to offend the other person. The longer you are married and you realize that person's not going to go anywhere, you start just saying how you feel. That person knows that you love them, knows that it's not them, it's not their fault, it's just the fact that you were around that person for a long time, and you know, we all need our own individual space. Just knowing when to say, hey babe, I love you, but I need to just have some me time, and the other person be like, all right, totally, cool, go do your thing. Just honest, babe, I can't, don't touch me right now. Like, not right now, but I'm just saying.
I thought you were being serious.
No, just in general. That just happens sometimes. You're just like, okay, babe, like.
He is literally talking about how good his relationship is, and y'all clip it and take this little piece of him saying, babe, don't touch me right now, and put it in a documentary. and say Justin Bieber hates his wife, and you wonder why the man doesn't want to be seen in public. You wonder why the man won't do interviews. You wonder why the man won't do photo shoots. So anyways, this video, when the docuseries alleges that she used a stunt double and specifically hired Dylan, was when Hailey and Justin leave a steakhouse in New York City.
And the video can be heard saying off camera that the real Justin doesn't want to accept, so we'll give you the other Justin.
First of all, finding this video was very hard, but after I finally found it, the first thing that I did was check the date, June 18th, 2023. Dylan Desclos lives in France. He's French. He speaks French. His Instagram's in French. June 16th, 2023, he was photographed in the studio in France again, tagging a French studio and a French photographer who took his photo. He then did a live show in France on June 28th, meaning that if Dylan Desclos was in this video, he'd have to board a plane on June 17th, fly 15 hours to California for the 18th in order to be seen with Hailey, and then fly back to France within a matter of days to perform his live show. However, I have no clue what the paparazzi was talking about when they said the real Justin declined, so we'll hand you over to the other Justin. I have no idea what that possibly could mean. Maybe she did hire a double. She probably did hire a double. But it's not, I don't think it would be Dylan Desclos. The man has a life. Hello. He is a performer with a career that lives overseas. He's not just gonna up and drop his whole life to go eat at a steakhouse with Hailey Bieber and then leave the next day. So I just don't know where the Dylan Desclos came from. All right, so now let's talk about this new allegation. Hailey Bieber is copying Sabrina Carpenter.
Following Justin Bieber's return to Instagram, he immediately started following rising pop star Sabrina Carpenter. While Justin failed to post anything related to Hailey's birthday, he was spotted liking several of Sabrina's photos on Instagram.
She's copying her outfits, she's stalking her, she's following her around, she won't leave her alone. Apparently, Hailey is now focused on copying Sabrina Carpenter. It also said that Justin failed to post anything for Hailey's birthday, but was caught liking several of Sabrina's posts. First of all, no, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. I literally checked. I went and I looked. He has not liked any of her posts, like especially not, like maybe he has recently, because I'm not going to check every single post, like I do have a life, but the ones that they are alleging that he liked, like these specific ones, he did not like them. Second of all, not everyone puts their whole lives on social media. I don't necessarily think that it's a red flag that he didn't post her on her birthday, considering that he posts her all the time and they live together and they're married and they have a kid. Plus, like, he's low-key kind of known for like having these weird random crash outs about like the industry or something going on and then like taking a break or deleting his Instagram for like weeks on end. So it's not that far off to think that maybe he was just on an Instagram break and like maybe we kind of forgot, or maybe he deleted his account for a bit and then we forgot. So next they reference a article by The Sun titled "Desperate Hailey Bieber accused of copying Sabrina Carpenter hours after her husband Justin followed stunning singer on Instagram." First of all, The Sun is literally the last place that anybody should get any news from. They're literally basing an entire news story off of Instagram hate comments. And if y'all have ever seen the comment section in any Instagram reel that has gone viral, y'all would know that these people are unhinged for no reason, and The Sun went and said, you know what, let's write a story about this. Let's take these unhinged people in the comment section on Instagram and let's run with it because they're credible. So this is what happens when you do that. You get stupid stories with a bunch of nonsense.
The first instance of this mirroring happened less than 4 hours after Justin followed Sabrina on Instagram, when Hailey posted a story of herself using a filter that turned her eyes the same bluish-green color as Sabrina's.
This blue eyes filter was trending on TikTok, to be honest. Blue eye filters, eye color changing filters, and like hair changing filters, those are always going to be a trend on TikTok. Like, people love doing that. However, I do find it a little bit sus that she screenshotted it and posted it on her Instagram story, because it's like it's kind of like a weird thing to post for Instagram stories. Like, it makes sense for TikTok, but for Instagram stories is a little bit sus. So I have no explanation for that. I think that that's also sus. Sus count. Honestly, to me, she doesn't even look like Sabrina. She looks like Bella. And I don't know why, because I don't even know if Bella actually has blue eyes. I can't remember, but like, she looks like Bella Hadid in this. Okay, so now on to the copying of the outfits. So, okay, these two photos look completely different. There is not one similarity at all. Different dresses, different backgrounds, different poses, different hair, different boots. There's literally like what? Because they're both wearing white dresses. Their dresses aren't even fully white. Sabrina's dress is like white with like lace and like a pattern. 2018, really? She wore a blazer with stripes 7 years ago, so that's copying. Excuse me, ma'am, I'll have you know that Sabrina Carpenter wore this vest 7 years ago. That is copying, that's copyright. The snow one though, I can't defend that. That is like literally the epitome of like, even down to the sequin mini skirt. Yeah, I'm sorry, sis. I'm gonna have to give this one to Sabrina because down to that sequin mini skirt, this is definitely giving inspired by Sabrina. But you know what? Guess what? Guess what? Literally, none of this matters. None of it matters because Justin Bieber didn't follow Sabrina Carpenter until March 22nd, 2024, and all of these photos were taken in 2023. This was before Justin Bieber even came back to Instagram, before he even followed Sabrina Carpenter. The only one that was after March 22nd, 2024 is the blazer one, and that, as we know, is a reach because she did not wear that since 2018, which was 7 years ago. So this is completely utter nonsense. It's nothing but nonsense. Nothing in this documentary is adding up. The dates are wrong. Photos are photoshopped. The images are flipped and cropped. Everything is wrong. It's utterly wrong. And it's just for me, it's the lack of even trying. It's the lack of effort. And also is the fact that like, why has almost nobody even bothered to research these claims? Like, we're all just like taking this random TikTok account that posted a 7-part series. We're all taking this serious. People are citing this documentary, acting like this is proof, this is facts. Every single thing in it is a lie. I can't believe that this false-ass docuseries had the entire internet fooled. At the beginning of this video, I told you that I would come at you with all the facts, all the evidence, all the receipts. And that's exactly what I did. What it tells us is that this documentary is completely made up. It's blatant lies, and absolutely none of it is grounded in reality. And the only reason that people believe this is because people already dislike Hailey Bieber. People who aren't very media literate, meaning that they don't know how to take a step back from things they see online and think, hey, maybe there are some signs here that this might not be completely true, are really prone to something called confirmation bias. So that means that we only pay attention to the facts that prove what we already believe to be true. It's like flat earthers, for example. Like, flat earthers will only pay attention to facts that prove that the earth is flat. You could bring them the top scientists in the world. You could bring Neil deGrasse Tyson on a plate. You could bring 10 Neil deGrasse Tysons, and they will ignore it. Purposely, they will ignore everything because they only pay attention and they only choose to believe facts that back up their already existing opinions and assumptions. Do whatever you can to not be that person. Like, not even in this particular scenario, because like, don't be sad if you're fooled by this. Like, I was fooled by this too, sis. Like, if I did not see that picture, we would not have this documentary today. A documentary calling out the documentary. We would not have this. So don't feel bad because this person is an extremely good storyteller. Do whatever you can when you see things online to just take a step back and think, this might not be true. Like, just like really try to be mindful and like ground yourself in reality, because like the internet is getting to be a very scary place. Don't ever be that one person in any aspect of life that has this one belief that you're really stubborn about, that you stand on business with, and no one can change your mind. Anybody who brings any oppositions to your opinion, you don't want to hear it. Don't be that person, because that doesn't make you tough. That doesn't make you strong. That just frankly kind of makes you a little bit ignorant. You're only limiting yourself when you do that. You're only limiting your educational and growth opportunities when you deliberately choose to ignore everyone else's opposing views to your own. But dang, I am actually sad. This is very saddening to me because, like I said, I loved that YouTube channel. Internet Oddities was so entertaining, and now I don't even know if anything that they make videos about is true. Now I just kind of feel like it's just a bunch of crap that they just pulled out of ChatGPT. All right, if you made it to the end of this video, congratulations. Please comment Jelena, so I know you made it to the end of the video. And one more huge shout out to Scentbird for making it easy and affordable to smell amazing. Don't forget to scan my QR code or use code MARI, M-A-R-I, for 55% off your first month, making your first perfume only $8. Let me know in the comments what perfume y'all will be trying first. And comment more ideas for topics and things you want me to cover below. If you enjoyed this video, I post new videos just like this one every Friday and Saturday morning, so feel free to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night. And remember,
stop believing everything you see on TikTok.
See y'all in the next one.